Hey, welcome to Hooper's Radar. Anthony Davis recently signed a 3-year, $186 million extension, which will make this deal the richest annual contract extension in NBA history. Let's talk about it. Just before we get into it, I want to give a big shout out to Eddie Buckets, who gave the best explanation on my recent community post. He said, Jimmy Butler is the better player because 1, he is by far the better leader, especially when shit hits the fan. Example, Hero and Victor Oladipo injuries, Celtics 3-win momentum in Eastern Conference Finals. 2, he is the better performer when it matters most. Jason Tatum shrivels up like a raisin in elimination games. 3, his tenacity, determination, and mental toughness clearly triumphs Tatum. He had very valid points with key details, so shout out to him. I would definitely take Jimmy Butler too. With that said, Anthony Davis signed this huge contract that will make him one of the highest paid players on a yearly basis, if not the highest. Now, what does this mean for the Lakers? It means they are not only rewarding Anthony Davis money for his key contribution to that 2020 championship and star level play when he's healthy, but they're also investing in him as the future #1 option of this team and looking to see him help lead them to another championship. Because LeBron obviously won't be around forever, and Anthony Davis is right in line to become the main guy for this team. Matter of fact, he's already shown flashes of being the main guy for this team, as he was arguably the best player on the Lakers for most of the playoffs, averaging 22.6 points per game, 3.1 blocks, and 14.1 rebounds in comparison to LeBron's 24.5 points per game, 6.5 assists, and 9.9 rebounds. They both put up very similar production in the playoffs, and to me, as much as LeBron is supposed to be the #1 option, it didn't seem like that was the case in the playoffs at times. A lot of role players stepped up and closed out games for the Lakers, and I'm not going to get too deep into that. I'm going to focus mainly on what Anthony Davis did. He was the best defender in the playoffs and most impactful player on the Lakers. Whenever Anthony Davis had a great game and was the leading scorer, the Lakers won. Most of Anthony Davis's best performances these playoffs resulted in a win, and that's just facts. Anthony Davis was easily the most impactful player and important player on the Lakers these playoffs, and the Lakers were only going to go as far as he took them. LeBron is still very elite, don't get me wrong, but he is no longer the determining factor of this team. We saw these playoffs how impactful AD is to the Lakers winning, and that goes back to my whole point about why the Lakers paid him all this money. They saw what Anthony Davis did during that 2020 championship run. They saw what he did this year during the regular season when he came back healthy and was on that MVP level stretch where it seemed like he was dropping 30-point double-doubles every night. They saw how impactful and healthy he managed to be in the playoffs, helping lead a 7-seeded Lakers team that barely made the playoffs to the Western Conference Finals. As much as Anthony Davis has his many injury concerns, he's just incredibly elite when he's able to play, and with the NBA making more money and contracts rising in value, AD is very well worth this money. I'm sure the Lakers had a couple of concerns after the bubble season because that's when Anthony Davis mainly started to struggle with injuries and his production lowered, but because Anthony Davis managed to have his best season this year since the bubble year, the Lakers were more assured about him this offseason and decided to reward him. Anthony Davis is still a top 15 player and a top 5 defender in the NBA. If those two things aren't worth this contract, I don't know what is. Not to mention, this contract still doesn't account for what AD is yet to accomplish in the next couple years. This Lakers team seems really determined to make a championship run this upcoming season with the great offseason they had, and Anthony Davis coming off an elite season along with a motivating contract. The Lakers are truly entrusting Anthony Davis to not only help the Lakers win now, but to lead the Lakers into the future, and that's exactly what his new contract extension represents. A reward for his past contributions, and an investment towards his future contributions. Well, let me know what you guys think about this contract extension in the comments. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe to stay on the radar for all things basketball.